Hey everyone, welcome to the Curious Girl Diaries podcast. I'm Layla London, aka The Curious Girl. Now, just to let you know, this podcast is not suitable for work. It's also not suitable for anybody under 18. But the rest of you consenting adults, let's get ready to talk about my sex life, sex in general, and everything in between in explicit, raunchy, fun detail. All right, here we go. So let's talk about my sexual bucket list. All right, when I started this, I just came up with, some things that I definitely want to do. And it's evolving along the way. So I want to say that it's kind of, it's growing and expanding. And I'm going to probably find definitely new things that come to light. Already, since I've started, on my sexual road trip, as I like to call it, I have been introduced to new things, new ideas, new concepts. I'm finding that different things that I never really even kind of knew about or thought about are appealing to me. So I'm just going to go through some of those right now. But of course, some of these are generic, and a lot of people out there that have been sexually adventurous, they've blown through a lot of this stuff. But, I'm a little new out of the gate here with all this. So the one thing, one of the things is definitely a threesome. And at first I thought it would just be, male, female, right? I thought, okay, that's kind of hot. Let me say that I think women are beautiful and sexy, and I can appreciate a beautiful woman, but I'm not bisexual. I do not consider myself bisexual. I would kiss a girl, maybe, even suck on her nipples, but right now, at this point, I have no desire to go downtown. I do not want to go there. That doesn't appeal to me. However, I'm selfish and greedy, and I want all the attention on me, and she can definitely do that to me. One of the things I would love to do is, be doing the reverse cowgirl with some gal just going to town on my clit, licking it, sucking it. That gets me so fucking hot. So, yes, it's a little one-sided, but as I'm understanding that, there's people out there that are really into making someone their star, their center of attention. My preconceived idea is that, it'd be great to be with a couple, and, I can come in, be the star, and they can, lavish all this attention on me, and then, I can we can have a really fun experience, and then I can leave. So, those are my initial thoughts about the male-female threesome. However, again, I never say never, and, that's probably subject to change, and hopefully, as I get more into it and I have those experiences, I'm sure that will expand. Now, somebody brought it to my attention that the male or the female threesome is not the best for women. And here's why. Because women can go and have multiple orgasms. They don't need the downtime. And women do better in threesomes with two men, which, of course, appeals to me. Hello. Do I want two men just making me feel good and worshiping my body and getting me off? Abso-fucking-lutely. Like, I'm getting wet right now just talking about it. So that is definitely on my radar, and that may be my first threesome experience ahead of the other one. Oh my gosh, I would absolutely love two guys just giving it to me. And of course, what comes into play with that is the DP, and I'm totally down with that. It's something I absolutely want to experience. It's on the bucket list, but I am a little worried about the anal sex aspect, only in that I haven't done it many times, and I'm just worried about the fit. So I think it's going to take the right guys with the right size cocks. I mean, I don't want I don't want to be ramrodded like the Lincoln Tunnel. I don't want, I'm not built for big porno dicks, although they definitely intrigue me. I'm just not, I'm tight. I want to keep it tight. I don't want to ruin that. So that's something I'm a little tentative on, but I know I can make it happen. So maybe a little lube and just kind of getting relaxed and going with it, but definitely that has to happen. So I'll be checking that off soon, I hope. The next thing I'm really wanting to do is be dominated. And I don't know how far, I know there's so many different aspects of that. I don't know all of them. What I really need to do is find some guys that are experienced at it and really know what they're doing, that would take good care of me. I think I have a few guys I've zeroed in on a few of those. But I'd love to be restrained and spanked, of course. The blindfolding, I would love to do that. I sort of have it in my mind that would be more of a like a lacy blindfold, something I could sort of see through. I don't know why, but something about right now that within my personal boundaries, or something comes up for me when somebody says, I want to blindfold you. And if I can't see what's going on, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That would take a lot of trust. Maybe that's round 2 with this Dom guy. I don't know. But definitely want to go there. I'm masculine energy all day long in the business world, and there's a part of me that just doesn't like that because I'm not a man, I'm a woman, and I want to take that hat off. And the part that what appeals to me about this whole domination thing is just that complete surrender, that you just have to go there. I'm not good at that, so I'm really looking forward to having that fun, sexy, hot experience, and especially with a guy that knows what he's doing. Yeah, I'm gonna make that happen for sure. The other side of that, though, is that, I would be the dominant one, and that's on my sexual bucket list. I mean, I gotta tell you, the thought of, spanking some guy's butt with a riding crop and tying him up to the bed. And this is all light stuff, and blindfolding him and just taking control. Yeah, as I said, I already do that, in my business life. And then, I take that hat off. But it would actually be fun to apply that in a sexual manner, because I know I'd be damn fucking good at it. And I would definitely show a guy a good time. So that I could probably do in my sleep. That would come second nature to me. And that also leads into this whole other, world that, thanks to Clark, I've been kind of curious about and exploring and reading about the whole, edging and female-led relationships and the tease and denial aspects of this, if I'm in a dominant position. And, edging just turns me on like nobody's business. I'd love to get a guy just teased to the edge, and where he's just dying to fucking come. And I'm like, you know what? Maybe you will, maybe you won't. I don't know. It's up to me. I love the fact that I get to decide. And I'm not going to lie. All that power is fucking sexy. So I'm up for that. The next scenario, the next thing on my list is kind of the cuckold situation, which I think kind of, sprouts off that female-led relationship type of thing. I don't know if I'd want to live my life like that, but again, there's some aspects, and I need to explore it, that are appealing to me. And maybe it's just because so much, of what the obvious, that I am a type A. I'm very, a go-getter. I don't have any problem being in control, and that's generally where I am. And it is nice to surrender that stuff for sure. But it's also nice to go with what's familiar too. So I would absolutely love to have a guy have to watch me have sex with someone else. And, if you're reading the postings, some of the fantasies that I have, about and with certain guys that, that would be up for that, you can see that I'm down. I'm ready to go that direction. And I think it's hot that, that another guy that likes me has to watch another, dominant male fuck the shit out of me, and just make me come and pleasure me and get me off. And that it does it for me. It really does. So again, I don't know if that's going to be a mainstay for me, but exploring that is fun. The other thing I'd love to do, and it's on my, again, I'm going to do it. Here's another item: the sex parties. I don't know what I would and wouldn't do, and I think it'll probably be in the moment. But just on the forefront of that, I'd love to go and just watch. I'd love to be a voyeur. I'd love to walk around. I have to find a guy that will go with me, a guy that I trust, and I wouldn't feel comfortable going by myself as a single female, but I would love to go and watch and then get all turned on and maybe have sex there with the person I came with. And, and if other people were watching that, I assume they would be fine. But, or then maybe, as I'm walking around, maybe someone approaches me and they want to do something with me, and that's okay, and I'm feeling it. Yeah. And I go for it, and then the person that came with me is either participating or just watching. And then that would kind of scratch some other things off the list. Some of these fantasies, I think there's going to be ways to kind of, the things I want to do, integrate a lot and get a lot scratched off. But I definitely, want to go to a sex party and have that experience and just be around all that energy and, and see what's going on. It's a huge turn on for me, the thought of it. Especially watching other couples. I mean, really, it's just like porn, but, you get to see it live and in person. The next item, which I'm sure a lot of women have, is I really want an interracial. I want to be with a black guy. I've never been with a black guy. I'm so curious. I've had friends that have been with black men, and they sing their praises. They talk about what amazing lovers they are, how they're so attentive, that, they're great with their cocks, they're great at oral. I'm really, really intrigued by it. And, and it just feels kind of naughty. It feels kind of forbidden. It feels, just like something you shouldn't do. And I know that, we're past that day and age, but still it's exciting because I've never done it. So it would be a new frontier for me. And, oh my God, I'll tell you, some of those guys have, they've got the biggest cocks. I mean, I'm sure that's, that's probably sounds stereotypical, but I've seen some of them. Jesus Christ. Now, I don't know how those fit. Those would be too big. There's definitely been, in my life, guys I've come across where I'm like, that's not going in me. And that was before I was as adventurous. I may try it now. I may say just the tip. I don't know. But I'm willing to relax into it and see what we can accomplish. The next thing is, I would so love to know how to squirt. I don't have a fucking clue about it. I've done some reading about it. I need an experienced guy for this. Someone who is a squirt expert, who knows what it takes, because I do not. First to admit it. And, but every time I've seen women squirting, it looks amazing. It looks like they're so fucking turned on. And I also had someone though tell me, like, you got to be careful, because once that starts, it's not like you turn it off. So It does appear a little messy, but I just want to see. I want to see if I can make it happen, and leading right into that, on that note is I would love to see if I can have more G-spot orgasms. It's really difficult. It's harder for me. I can have a clitoral orgasm, no problem. Those are great and intense. I've had G-spot and clitoral simultaneously. That just fucking pops your head off. I've had a G-spot orgasm that lasted so long I was laughing because it just kept going and going and going. I want to recreate that. And that guy had an amazing cock. Oh my God. I don't know where that guy is. He's in Canada. I should see if I can find him. I probably could. Anyway, but I'd love to have, get more focused on it. Because, when I get in there, I'm doing my thing. And a lot of times I just want to get off. I want to get as many as I can. And I know, and the clitoral thing is my go-to, right? And someone else can do it for me and I can do it for myself, whatever. I think I've probably gotten a little lazy about, taking the time to focus on the G-spot. But I love that during oral, boy. Touch my G-spot when you're licking my clit. Woo! That is going to send me. Anyway, so that's my sexual bucket list for now. Like I said, I know it's subject to change. I can't wait to see I can't wait to cross some stuff off this list and then see how it evolves, because it will be, it's going to be evolving as I go throughout the year here. And this whole sexual road trip leads me to different places I didn't even know I was going when I started. There you have it. If you have any questions or comments, email me at curiousgirl@thecuriousgirldiaries.com.